Good morning, guys. Here we are. It is late November, just a few days after Thanksgiving. Made it up here for a day trip. Don't have Bernie with me today, and I don't have the rest of the family with me, so I'm going to be able to fish all day today. We'll see what we get into. I know they had a memorial tournament yesterday for the Terrell family, and I think 18 pounds is what it took to win. I saw quite a few weights in the 10 to 13 pound range, so fishing's probably a little bit tough. Go out and try a few different things around docks, backs of creeks, and then top water, and then some brush piles and stuff. So we'll kind of just do some fall junk fishing and see what we catch. First little one on a jig here. Water temp's about 56 degrees. So it's a little cooler than last time. I had another little guy, same dock. Little spot on a buzzbait. That's the third fish in about 15 minutes or so. So not bad, but we need to find some bigger ones. That's what we're gonna try and get today, some bigger fish. I've been plagued by little ones here lately. A nice crappie. Look at that. There's a whole bunch of them underneath this dock. I can see them on live scope. It's that time of the year, so drawing spinnerbait. Water gets a little chilly, you start catching a bunch of crappie. Pulled out the jerkbait, about third cast. We're gonna run this for a little while, out towards the main lake points. It's got a little bit of wind blowing on this. I'm inside a bluff end right now. I'm gonna run down the bank and see if I can find anything decent on a jerkbait. Seems like a decent jerkbait kind of day. Boy, we've got to find bigger ones. Oh, he popped it. He yanked it right from him. Still got it. Oh, come on. Darn. That was a decent fish. Little shorty. So today has been a struggle for me, especially. Been trying some other stuff, just really wasn't getting any bites. But the main thing when I was flipping is I was trying to use a 1/2 ounce finesse jig with a small trailer on it, and I couldn't get my reel set up. I couldn't get the bait to skip good underhand. I could only sidearm skip it. I couldn't get it to pitch for me very well. So I felt like I was not getting the bait where it needed to be really in a lot of spots, because I would only get a couple good sidearm rolls. So I went ahead and got the old trusty Zoom brush hog out, and this is the second dock I flipped with it. I just have really good control with this. I'm so used to flipping it, so I'm gonna roll with this for a while, and hopefully I can at least catch some bigger fish. Today has just been one of those things. A lot of missed fish on the jerkbait, and some on the A-rig, and even some on the jig. Just setting the hook, getting them for a second, they come off, or just feeling the bite but whiffing on it. So we'll see if we can at least make something happen here and salvage a little bit of the day. At least the keeper there. That was one more dock past the one that was on out. Don't go in too quick, buddy. Not a bad little keeper. I'm sure some people would have appreciated that yesterday. I know they had that fundraiser tournament. Talked to a few guys that were fishing today, and they said it was pretty rough yesterday fishing for them too, so I feel I am not alone. But 2 fish in a row flipping a Zoom brush hog. I like that. Well guys, that's a wrap for me today. Unfortunately, fishing was pretty tough for me. It started off catching just some shorts and ended up only with 1 keeper today, so pretty disappointing to say the least. I tried some other things, but nothing was just going my way. I did lose 1 pretty decent fish, it felt like, at least on a jerkbait on a main lake, but I never did get to see it. So that was about the excitement for the day, but I'd say that the theme of today was missing fish. I don't know if I've ever lost so many fish in my life in one day, between a jerkbait, a rig, and then striking out on a jig after I feel them bump it. But you know, that's fall fishing sometimes, and that's fishing in general. You're not always going to catch a bunch every time you go out. I'm trying to get some images together for the graphs. I'm going to do a side imaging tutorial, basically everything about side imaging, going about floating docks, brush piles, different structure, finding fish, settings. I'm going to try and make it all encompassing to all the brands, you know, whether it's Garmin, Humminbird, Lowrance. But that's kind of what I'm going to be working on here for a little bit before I go back to the dock. But as far as actual fishing goes though, if you're coming up, I would try flipping. I caught fish flipping. It's just not really any big ones, so I know there's fish there. I threw some topwater. I only had 1 little bite on topwater, but I actually didn't throw that much. But maybe spend some more time on the main lake on bluff ends. I seemed to have a few fish. I saw some other people catch some fish out there doing that. So, you know, between that and flipping, and then as the water temp gets a little bit cooler, jerkbait should get better, A-rig bite should get better, rock crawler, all those things. So you know, might just be in a little bit of the fall funk right now. From a couple people I talked to today, they weren't doing any good either, and I know some of the weights were pretty low for the tournament yesterday. So we will just give the lake some time, and I'll be back very shortly to see if I can get on them again. So thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for some more content.